Understanding Relationships, Grade 7 module. Sometimes when we think about mental health and mental illness, we think of them as the same thing, but they are really two separate ideas. Mental health is something we all have. We all want good mental health for ourselves and the people we care about, so it's important not to forget about the health in mental health. Sometimes we can also think of mental health and mental illness as opposites, as though we can only have one or the other. We think that some of us have mental health and some of us have mental illness. But mental health and mental illness are actually separate yet connected concepts. They are part of what is called a dual continuum. In this way of thinking, mental health is much more than not having a mental illness. Mental health is a state of well-being that includes a range of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that are different for each of us and that change based on what is happening in our lives. When we have positive mental health, we can thrive even though there may be ups and downs. Having a mental illness doesn't mean we can't feel well or have a full and happy life. It's also different for each of us, depending on our unique circumstances. Let's look at some examples to help explain these ideas further. As we move through the examples, watch for what might be impacting the student's mental health and strategies they might be trying. Meet Nia. Nia does not have a mental illness. They had a fight with their best friend last week, and they haven't spoken to their friend since. Nia is sad and is worried things will never be the same. On top of that, Nia knows that money is a problem at home, and this feels like an added strain. They talked with their older brother about it, which helped them feel better. Since then, Nia has been spending extra time with their brother and has made sure to stay busy with the hobbies and interests they enjoy, like cooking and hanging out with their dog. They are still upset, but Nia feels supported and has things to look forward to, like one day becoming a chef. Let's pause here and think about Nia. What is impacting their mental health? What strategies have they tried? What else might support them? Pause the video here and discuss. Meet Aiden. Aiden has signs of a mental illness. He has been feeling really down for the past couple of months. He's also lost his appetite, and even though he's been sleeping a lot more than usual, he's so tired that it's hard to get out of bed in the morning. The way he's feeling is making it hard for him to attend school and do things he used to enjoy, like choir and drama.
Aiden tried listening to music a couple of times to help manage his feelings.
Aiden doesn't feel like himself. He doesn't think it's going to get any better, and he doesn't know who to talk to about it. His caregivers have high expectations and are getting frustrated that his marks are dropping. Let's pause here and think about Aiden. What is impacting his mental health? What strategies has he tried? What else might support him? Pause the video here and discuss. Meet Harris. Harris does not have a mental illness. Harris is a grade 8 student. Before this year, he always made the soccer team, but he just found out he's been cut. He thought his graduating year was going to be great, but so far, it's not turning out that way. Without the soccer team, he feels like he doesn't fit in at school. He's finding his schoolwork difficult, and he feels disappointed and not confident in himself. The only thing he feels good at is video games, so he's playing them more than he used to. But he's starting to get bored and wishes he had something better to do. Let's pause here and think about Harris. What is impacting his mental health? What strategies has he tried? What else might support him? Pause the video here and discuss. Meet Cora. Cora has been diagnosed with a mental illness. She has always worried about her physical appearance, but during her grade 7 year, her worries began to impact her day-to-day life.
She became so worried, she changed her eating habits and gradually became uncomfortable eating anything in front of friends or family. She also started exercising more and could never allow herself a day off, even if she was tired or injured. She felt like her worries were on her mind all the time. She was no longer interested in things she used to enjoy or spending time with her friends. She felt trapped and miserable. Even though she was scared to make any changes to her eating or activity, she decided to tell her parents she needed help. Her parents took her to the doctor, who connected the family with mental health supports. At the clinic, Cora worked with a specialized therapist and team who helped her learn to manage and challenge her anxiety about food, weight, and exercise. They worked together with her and her family to make a plan and develop tools that helped her feel better and get back to her life. Since then, Cora and her parents have worked together to help her make changes so she is healthier. Cora is still anxious about her eating and exercise, but she is now eating with her family and has been able to have meals with friends. Even though things aren't perfect all the time, she is proud of the work that she's done. She feels like she is starting to feel more like herself again, and is especially happy she is rebuilding her friendships.
Let's pause here and think about Cora. What is impacting her mental health? What strategies has she tried? What else might support her? Pause the video here and discuss. These are only 4 examples of the dual continuum, and mental health and mental illness can be experienced differently by each of us. It's important to remember that there is much more to these students' lives than what was shared here. Just like each of us, their lives and stories are complex. We'll continue to check in on these 4 students in the next 2 modules.